All right, guys, we are here with Team Canada head coach Shannon Winzer after Canada's 3-1 win over Cuba in the bronze medal match. And that's 3 straight bronze medals for Canada at the NORCECA Championships. Probably wasn't the way you drew it out today, but you got the win at the end of the day. How do you feel after this match?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not how I imagined the game going. I think that third set was not great volleyball on our part, but I think there's also something to be said for a team that just can play not great volleyball and still come out with a win. And I think we did that today. I think at times we played to our full potential, and other times we struggled. But to be able to beat Cuba, who's been playing some decent volleyball, and pull out a bronze, not the color we wanted, but still happy with the medal in our region.
Absolutely. Whenever you finish with a medal, at least you're there, right? At least you finish. Sometimes bronze is better than silver, right? You finish with a win.
You know, you ask one of my kids, and he says bronze is better than silver because it means you got to finish with a win. So, you know, why not? But yeah, it's been our 3rd bronze medal in a row. We would have liked to have improved on that. We lost a tough game to Dominican yesterday, and you know, playing Cuba today, I would have liked to have been cleaner, but you know, you can learn lots in games like this as well.
It seems that last night and 10 at times, it seems like at times you guys play better when you're down. You play better as the underdogs. How do you guys switch that mentality to establish yourselves amongst the best in the world and to be comfortable with the lead and to be comfortable ahead?
Yeah, we are great at being underdogs, and I think that battle and that fight, we thrive. And, you know, when we're playing against the best in the world, we already feel that from the beginning. I think when you play a team where you're supposed to win or you're meant to win, those are the hardest games to play. You feel a different kind of pressure, and I think that's what you saw a little bit today. But having that mentality of, you know, from the very start is something we continue to work on. We work with a mental performance coach on how we prepare ourselves. And, yeah, we've still got a lot in the tank, I think.
Is there sometimes you stop yourself and you look at where the program was a few years ago as to now, and you're able to appreciate that growth throughout the years? Because there's been a massive amount of growth, not only from this team, but I'm sure from yourself as well.
Yeah, always. I think it's really important for us to really celebrate how far we've come. And, you know, you can really get caught up in, at this stage, it's a matter of inches, right? And you get really caught up with those failures and those when you just miss out, like a game against yesterday. And it's important to remind yourself just how far we've come, you know, as a program, and for myself, like you said, as a coach as well, and go, you know what, we're doing a really freaking good job. And by next year, we're going to be in a totally different place as well, and know that we have a lot more growth in us. So I think it's important to keep celebrating that. We're not always happy with the results, but keeping perspective, I think, is what has been one of our strengths throughout this last few years.
I asked you last night, you didn't have any update on Alexa Gray's status. You guys have a big week, a couple weeks of training heading into China.
Yeah, we actually have a really quick turnaround. So we have 1 day off, or we travel 1 day off, we train 1 day, and we leave for Korea. So we're preparing in Korea against one of their top club teams. So it's a very quick turnaround time. We anticipate all's going to be fine with Alexa. Obviously, time will tell, but we anticipate to be fully strength going into Olympic qualifiers. And we've got a really big prep ahead, but it's not going to be in Richmond. It's actually going to be in Korea.
Okay, get a little bit of change of scenery. Now looking forward, 13 days you guys take on the Dutch. They just pulled off a big upset against Italy to bump themselves up the standings. You guys take on your friendly rivals in Dominican Republic the day after for what's going to be the biggest event of the year. What do you guys have to do to get ready for that? And it's also a big opportunity pool. There's never any easy games at this stage, but there's definitely some opportunity for this team to go in and potentially steal some wins.
Yeah, I don't think there's any easy games at all. I think ever internationally, but specifically at Olympic qualifiers, nothing's easy. We face off against China and Serbia right away. We're going to have to pull off a win against one of those teams. Netherlands is playing awesome volleyball. I think for us against these teams, we do have to get a lot better from our service line. We've got to get these teams out of system more consistently. Something we're working towards. I think our, serving is something that we've been, working on a lot over the last few years, and we got to continue to be better from the baseline there. We were the 3rd best blocking team at VNL, and I think again at this tournament you saw us, we were blocking a lot of balls, and that's a massive strength for us. So if we can look for our serving to back that up, we'll stand a much better chance against some of these teams.
Finally, what's your experience been like here in Winnipeg? You guys don't get opportunity to play at home often, and there's not often you play in front of a sold-out gym that's cheering for you guys.
This has been such a memorable experience. I think, Quebec has really done a fantastic job of filling this gym, and not just for Canada, for every other team. I think Costa Rica played this morning. They had over 1,000 people. The environment is just so memorable. It's so fantastic. They are loud. They're cheering for you. You can feel them behind you. And I think anytime you play at home is special. But this has been really, really cool playing in Quebec. And I mean, I didn't know we had this level of support in Quebec, and it's just been awesome to be a part of.
It's clear that you guys have support coast to coast in this country. It's been a long week. I'm losing my words here. But fantastic win today, Coach. Congratulations on the bronze medal, and go get him in China. We'll be watching and cheering you on.
Thanks, Everett. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.